instincts told me, keep being the old me, keep being lonely.
Our guest today has made a name both across acting and music. An actor, has a background in theatre, starred in films such as Adulthood, TV shows such as Broadchurch, Silent Witness episodes, and most notably as Greyworm in Game of Thrones. Toured with George Ezra, has released 3 EPs and now has a new album under the guise of Raleigh Ritchie. Please welcome Jacob Anderson. When did your interest first begin in music and in Bristol?
Both of my parents are into very bassy music. So at my mum's, she listened to a lot of house music, techno. And then my dad is into dub and roots.
What were you listening to then, apart from like your mum's techno, dad's dub?
I listened to a lot of pop. I listened to just a lot of kind of chart music for quite a long time. My friends kind of that were maybe more enlightened than I was started to notice that I was looking for things and listening to different stuff. A friend of mine handed me a copy of Inner Visions by Stevie Wonder. That album changed my life in quite a big way. Like I didn't know that you could do that stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to write songs I used to download instrumentals from LimeWire of like Timbaland instrumentals, Jay Dilla, Madlib instrumentals, and then I'd write songs over them. I think it's a really good exercise.
Yeah, that is. So you moved to London when you were 17. That's quite young to go and take on the big smoke, I thought. How was it? And did you do that on your own? Was that?
I was getting up at like 4 in the morning to get a bus from just down the road to London to get to like 9, 10 a.m. auditions or whatever. So it just kind of made sense for me to move. I think like I also just wanted like a change of scenery. So I did it.
That's amazing. So acting took you to London then, and basically.
Yeah. This thing I did called The Mimic, which was shot here.
Oh, okay.
And Broadchurch and Game of Thrones. They all came at the same time.
Yeah, Broadchurch.
And I signed my deal.
Oh, right. It was Columbia.
Probably. It was like the same week that I got Game of Thrones.
Really?
I think Game of Thrones has kind of hurt me in some ways, and I think it's also been good.
Did you think that, like, when you've got those two things on the plate there, did you think, well, if I do Game of Thrones, that'd probably be quite good for the exposure that I do with my music? You didn't think?
No. I like to keep them as separate as possible, and I still like I felt like I was learning. I was like, if I can learn from directors how to direct things, and then I can make music videos by myself, and then I can do this and that and this, you know.
Yeah, I think when I was watching your videos earlier, I thought to myself, you got the music and you can act, so you've got these like mini films going on, which are really, really strong. It makes them really intense. Were you deliberately doing that? Were you aware of it? Have you noticed that yourself when you've been making them? I
was really resistant to it at first.
Okay.
I didn't want to be in any of my videos.
Okay.
I didn't want to be in any videos. I didn't want to be on any artwork. I wanted to like keep them completely separate. I think I deliver like 1 or 2 treatments per song, like per single. I will like give the label video pictures. And I don't think Stay Inside is the only one that was like exactly how I wrote it.
I was thinking about your lyrics as well. They're full of imagery. They kind of, they really, and they use lots of sort of cultural reference points like Jurassic Park or having a roast.
I think people think that it has to be, you have to over-intellectualize things. Yeah. I tried to write the album about growing up, and then I found out that kind of actually that it's just going to write itself. Like it will just be whatever it's going to be, and that's fine. And it turned out that that's what it was anyway.
So I was kind of wondering if you could have any advice about like what to give someone who wanted to get into acting and music, what would it kind of be?
Yeah, if you want to do anything creative, you have to just 100% do it because you love it, because you get constant knockbacks. But it's so worth it when you get to do the fun things and the things that you enjoy.
Thank you very much.
That's good advice. Thanks so much for being a wonderful guest.
Thanks for having me. Thank you, guys. I hope that was...
It was fantastic.
Helpful in some way.
Yeah, I think so. Can we give Jacob a big round of applause? Thank you so much.
it's interesting to hear from like the MDs as well, and people like Jacob who've got acting involved as well. Just other creative types are really good to hear from. Yeah, I'm glad he managed to build it up from here. He talked about Bristol being a good hub for his confidence and creativity, and then he's taken it off from there, going to London and America and things. So it's nice to know that he started here.